got an extended look at one of the opening cutscenes from Modern Warfare 4. Now, is it the opening one? We don't know yet, but we do know that it takes place right before North Korea launches their massive attack. Look, there isn't much to break down here. There isn't anything that necessarily happens besides a very small mention of the new leadership that has taken over. This is more of a get to know your characters, get to know what's going on, who these characters are a little bit more, and just get a closer look at them. Infinity Ward decided to spend some time doing that, and I think it's incredibly important for the story because we've never met any of these characters before Modern Warfare 4, and we've already had 3 games in the Modern Warfare world, and we haven't met any of them. So I think seeing Private Park, Sergeant J, Lieutenant West, Corporal Dunn, and hearing them speak for an extended amount of time, hearing them kind of conversate together, seeing them kind of banter together, seeing kind of how comfortable they are around each other, I think it's really important as well. Because, you know, at the end of the day, Modern Warfare 4 has an opportunity to do something really important for Call of Duty here, is to go back and build a new squad and a brand new bunch of characters that we care about in an established universe, right? Because the Modern Warfare reboot is its own established universe, and we have so many characters that we like, so many characters that we care about, so many characters that we think should come back. Now we're getting introduced a whole new group, and investing more time on new characters and without knowing where it might go is a difficult task. But to be honest with you, seeing these US Marines and South Korean Marines kind of be together embedded and seeing how realistic it looks is something that I think Call of Duty has been missing for a really long time. I don't know if a lot of you guys have seen the movie Warfare from 2025, but the opening of that movie, and really the whole movie in general, took a very close look at how these military units kind of interact with each other and how they talk and how maybe crude or aggressive they can be in conversating. And I think that's really cool because it's real. It's how you would talk with your guys, with your boys. It's how you would talk, you know, when you're in the middle of doing some wild shit. And I know that I have some people that watch these videos that have served in the military or currently serving in the military. And I hope that maybe you guys can attest and let us know down in the comments that the way they're talking in this cutscene that we see is maybe how some of you guys communicate, just being very comfortable, you know, with your unit, being very comfortable. Obviously, I wouldn't know anything about that in reality, but just from the movies that we've seen or, you know, the games that we've played and stuff like that, kind of being around that environment and covering Call of Duty and the military so much that you kind of get an idea. And it had a very realistic feel to it. This cutscene was really cool. I mean, you heard words like hick, like pussy, like, you know, calling the South Korean guy Chinese. It kind of like lets your guard down and you're like, oh, okay, this is a cool space where everybody can just be comfortable with each other and conversate and talk mad shit. And I think that was dope. I also think that you kind of see the ages of some of these characters. Now, obviously, you know, Captain Price, Ghost, Soap, Was, Gas, these characters are in their 30s. You know, some of these characters are maybe in their early 40s. You have characters like Kate Laswell, probably in their 50s. Commander Graves, probably in his late 30s. You know, things like that. These characters are older. They were born at a different time. You know, their mannerisms, the way they speak, the way they kind of joke around is very different compared to maybe these US Marines or South Korean Marines that are coming up that are in their early 20s. You know, mid-20s, whatever the case is, you could tell that they're young. I mean, you heard them say things like, let them cook, just stuff like that, which I think it's fun. And it also kind of lets us know, hey, you know what? This does take place in 2026. These guys are young. These guys are just kind of doing their thing and they haven't experienced, you know, war yet. And so I think when war does come and this thing that they never expected to happen happens and the invasion of North Korea comes and maybe they see some of them die or they see their civilians and everything blowing up and so many people dying and explosions everywhere and gunfire, I think the growth that we're going to see from these characters from that moment right now, meeting them to the very end of the campaign is incredible. And it really does take me back to the original Modern Warfare series, like especially Modern Warfare 2. Honestly, really enjoyed this teaser a lot more than I would have expected to. I've spent a lot of time talking about Captain Price, what he's going to do, you know, Task Force 141 and the whole chaos that's surrounding that unit and everything that's happening with Makarov and Valeria and Graves. So we have a lot going on. And I've covered the Korean aspect and the US Marine aspect very little compared to everything else. We have a few videos on it, but not a lot. And I was kind of like, okay, I don't know how much we're going to care about these characters yet. Am I a little bit more interested in the stuff with Captain Price? But seeing things like this makes me more interested, more invested, and me willing to give my time to that side of the campaign because that side of the campaign looks really good. Look, I have been saying this for years now. This channel is a campaign first channel, bar none, when it comes to Call of Duty. I don't give a fuck about anything else. And I've been missing good campaigns. And, you know, I've said that the campaign player just gets thrown to the side. We get forgotten. We should be at the forefront of Call of Duty. We really should be, and we're not. we're all the way at the back of the line because we don't bring in, money for the multiplayer or money for the Warzone stuff or whatever the fuck else, right? They just don't give a fuck. And I've always loved Infinity Ward. I've always had a lot of respect for them when it comes to the campaigns. That's why there is a lot of hate online about them. There's a lot of shit talking about them, but I have always loved them because they deliver great grounded campaigns most of the time, or a lot of the time. And we get to actually sit here for whether it's 8 or 10 or 9 or 7 hours and go through a really good campaign that tests you, that makes you question some things, that makes you experience certain big, loud war. And it's what we play Call of Duty for at the end of the day. And I think Infinity Ward and Modern Warfare 4 are going back to the roots, and they are going back to do something really good with this campaign. And seeing that cutscene and seeing how realistic it felt, seeing how that brotherhood is starting to get made, and seeing what they're going to go through later on gives me a lot of hope for this campaign. I've had hope from the very beginning about Modern Warfare 4, especially after the disappointment, in my opinion, that was Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7, and seeing Modern Warfare 4 kind of coming and looming. And when we were covering the leaks, I was very excited, and it took a direction that maybe I wasn't expecting. It went in a completely different direction, and we're going to cover that later this week on a few other points, but I'm liking it. I mean, I was never expecting to go to Korea. I was never expecting to have a whole new unit that we've never met before, and really like these characters. All these characters are casted really cool. Their voice acting is really cool. We got to hear Lieutenant West, which I really liked his voice acting. I really like, the mannerisms. I think he's going to be really cool, and he's going to be a really good leader to teach us a lot of stuff, hopefully, and he gets to learn too about more leadership. Dunn looks like he's a down-to-earth fucking, crazy guy who's ready for war, hopefully, or he thinks he's ready for war, maybe, and then when he sees it, it might be like, oh shit, this is crazy. You got Jay, you got Park. I mean, it's really interesting to see where these characters end up, and potentially which one of these characters or which few of these characters may die, because even in the entrenched closer look, we see some of these characters, but we don't see Lieutenant West, which I think is indicative of something that might happen to him later on. Maybe losing one of your leaders and someone else has to step up. There's a lot of cool stuff. So yeah, this is a late video, and there's not much to break down, like I said earlier, but it was something that I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about and explore, and just kind of let you guys know that I personally am having a really good feeling about Modern Warfare 4. I'm really excited, and time is creeping up on us, and we're about to get it, and I can't wait to explore everything and talk about everything with you guys. What did you think of this extended look at the potential first mission, or one of the first missions of Modern Warfare 4?
뭐야? 잠깐만. 진짜 여기 누구야? 두파.
우탱.
형. 나도 들어보자. 야, 뒤에 들어간 거다. 이거 아니고.
Hey, fellas, I don't got my subtitles on. Speak my language, please.
We don't speak inbred.
I told Chow not to eat the earbuds.
Chow, are you Chinese?
I was born in Seoul, you he.
Come on, give it back.
Hey, rap's for pussies, okay? You gotta listen to heavy metal. Pantera, you know them?
Oh, volunteer warfighter energy, huh?
Sorry, Dan. No war here. Just practice.
Alright.
Korea has a new leader. They say he could.
The kid's just posturing, right? We're gonna call his bluff.
Guys,
Hey, listen, we can end that streak with a couple precision-guided 2,000-pound J-dams. According about yours truly, of course.
You didn't tell the cycle we're just going on a town patrol?
yeah, orders are anytime, any place.
Be ready.
How old is this shit?
Come on now, old. Wu is OG. 9 masters of verbal warfare, a structured, disciplined, street-level brotherhood.
Hey, let him cook.
They dominate any threat with controlled aggression and a verbal swagger. You want to be a better Marine? Listen to Wu. So, done? I hear you shit on Wu-Tang again, you'll be coordinating those J-dams out of your ass.
Solid copy, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant West, can we make a pit stop at the Komatsu?
You hungry already?
A new guy is low on rations.
I think I'm good.
Moon, how far to the go mark?
Right around the corner, Lieutenant.
Make it our next stop.
Yes, sir.
바삭바삭하니까 좋지, 어? 감사합니다.
Sergeant J, keep your scouts in line.
Can we make a pit stop at the Komatsu?
A new guy is low on rations. Take it fast, guys.
Who's that, a K-pop star?
The new supreme leader of North Korea.
No shit. That dude looks younger than I am.
You guys heard that?
작전 개시. 요시 종료.
Aliens are still in the area, so check your fire. Hoorah!
Straight ahead! We're losing too many guys!
Just keep pushing. We're almost to the cafe.
Hold the line! We're sitting ducks on this bridge!